Sweetest feeling. I'm soaring high, high above the highest mountain. Plus I wake up this morning feeling so amazing. So amazing. I'm feeling so amazing. So amazing. I'm getting on right now. Look at the little the way the wine in me. So amazing. Hey, you Mr. DJ, the way you're playing is so amazing. My hands in the air, cause right now I'm feeling so amazing. And everything is alright, I'm feeling so amazing.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
This is another one of those mornings when I just pull over instruments and I have no clue what it is. Good morning, SVG. We are here with you for another Activated Mornings. It is Friday. It is Friday, right? Also, I look a little hazy though, but I don't like when it's hazy. I like when it's pretty. Like outside is hot and sunny without me being out in the hot and the sun, in the heat and the sun, right? Yeah, but already we're seeing a fishing boat on the water, a yacht on the water, looking like maybe 2 yachts actually. Yeah, this is how I get so distracted because I'm always looking outside, folks. I'm always looking outside. All right, so good morning, everybody. Trust that everybody is having an okay one so far. Yes, it's Friday. It is a day that many of us look forward to for different reasons. Like right now, I am absolutely sleepy. Sleepy. I am sleepy, right? And I don't know. It's like I find like Fridays it's like one of my most tiring days. Like the day itself just is tiring. I don't know if it's a mental thing because I know that it's Friday and I'm going to get some rest. You know, it's the day of starting my rest. But yeah, that's how I feel sometimes.
Probably all the things from the week just come down on you.
Yeah, it really is. And by the time I get home, I just be so knocked out. So knocked out.
I know the feeling.
Anyway, how are you?
Oh, wait. Unfortunately, I am also tired. I am exhausted, and I need to consider that because I do not want my body to crash. I'm feeling like I'm headed there. But, you know...
It would be all over by the end of the month?
No, it's probably end of the year.
Oh, end of the year? Oh, look at
I got to take some...
You are booked and busy.
It's not necessarily a good booked and busy. If it's been booked and busy for money, it would have been something else. But to be booked
well, it's the love
right?
of the art, right? Of the art. Right?
And it's finally things that love me tend to bring me pain. But next year, I am definitely there's a production that somebody actually wanted me to audition for, and I did sign up. But don't know if they're listening. But I'm going to have to take a rain check on that because I have to be real, and I can't do any more just yet.
It was for this year as well.
Yeah. Well, the audition is this year. So the audition is tomorrow.
Oh, so Sarah not taking part in anything else?
Lisa, don't behave like that. But I need to just consider some things. Yeah.
Yeah, but
late nights, early mornings. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a friend just last night, and well, he's in a different position, and something I said something, and I was like, so anyway, it boiled down to him working 7 days a week, like legit working 7 days a week, and I'm saying this can't be healthy.
No,
so you know that there was this article that this opinion piece that Gat Sanded submitted to Searchlight, of course before he died. It's called Gradually Then Suddenly. I will share that with you. Every time I hear somebody tell me that they just keep going, I always remember that article, because when we looked at what turned out to happen is that because he was prioritizing work meetings, lot of other things, right? And his health took a backseat. And then when you looked at what happened is, I don't even think that he lived to see a full 6 months after his official retirement. So every time I just think about persons who just keep constantly going, not taking time to themselves, even if it's just a day, even if it's just half a day. Sometimes half of a day it does something to help you feel as if you're a little bit more rejuvenated, etc. But you have to take the time for yourself, because work always going to be there. I think sometimes what it is that we need to learn how to do is to prioritize. Prioritize what's important, what you need to push out and get out as most important. But work is always going to be there. Whether it's the work that pays you a salary, or the work that you have at home with your domestic work, your children, your spouse, the work is always going to be there. You have to take time out for yourself. So I'm going to send you that article. Every time I hear somebody tell me about how they're going, I send them that article.
And I believe I'm one of those who advocate for rest. I believe in rest. I don't believe in the team, no sleep, and the all of those sort of the people that want to make it look like you should be working 24 hours and making use of all the hours in the day working. I don't promote that. I just find myself, I don't know, just it's having to run a house, being alone and having to do a lot of things there. All the burden is on you, and trying to just do something with your life. So here I am going to rehearsals. Rehearsals are now every single day of the week, because this is the month of the production. And they're really tough. We dance, we sing, it's so much. It's really rough. And I also have class on afternoon. So those are the two things that really drain me, because
all right. Well, you see the other thing, and guys, this is not even the scheduled topic, but we talking here, right? I think one of the things that I don't mind is if you are pushing and it's going to be for a specific reason during a short period of time, right? So like maybe for this particular month, you're going to be pushing because you have something specific that you're working towards, whether it's the production or the classes that you're attending, it's for specific purpose. But what it is that worries me is for persons who think that this has to be their way of life, right? So I know that if you have a goal to accomplish, you will push. At one stage in my life, I was like that. I was just pushing. But I've had to learn to fall back because I am getting older, and I have to realize that this cannot possibly be healthy. So, I have to take certain steps and, things. But I'm learning now to, even if it's just half of a day or a day, to take it and have it to myself, right? Yeah. There might be weekends where I am working into the weekend, but by next weekend, no, whatever it is, it could wait, So it's also about discipline as well, too.
Yes. I must consider that. So from next year, if you call me and I'm unavailable, I'm unavailable.
You had to prioritize. You had to prioritize, because it's going to come down to your health eventually, and being unhealthy is expensive.
Yes. One of the things I don't like, though, when you mention to people that you're going and you're exhausted and you need rest, they have this thing they like to say, oh, well, look, I have such and such to do, and I just do it too. To trivialize certain things and make it feel like because you're doing it, everybody must do it too. I hate those things.
But it's the same thing like when you there's an actual expression, when you have it bad, somebody else has it worse.
I also hate that.
I keep telling people, do not ever tell me that. You know why? If I have a paper cut, my paper cut hurts.
Yes.
If you have a cut arm, if you have a limb and it's cut off, that is also going to hurt you. My paper cut hurts. Your cut also hurts.
Correct.
Do not tell me anything about my situation being better than what you're going through. The point is, both of us are going through something.
Correct.
So I hate it when people tell me that. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Me too.
I know, yes, people try to make it seem as if, okay, so you should be, quote unquote, grateful for maybe yours not being as severe, but I'm still going through something, So, yeah.
Yes.
We done.
Correct.
We're going into a topic now.
Yes.
All right. So in news that we came across yesterday, 2 persons were found dead in the Petit Bordel mountains. And I'm reading this from Searchlight. So police are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding a shooting incident that occurred in the early hours of the 7th of November in the Petit Bordel Mountains. According to preliminary reports, 3 men sustained multiple gunshot injuries after they were approached by 2 masked gunmen who opened fire before fleeing the scene. Upon responding to the incident, police discovered that 2 of the 3 men had been fatally shot. All right, the district medical officer pronounced the 2 men deceased. They had been identified as Kelon Batiste and Johnny Holder. Post-mortem examination will be conducted soon to determine the exact cause of death. As usual, the police are saying if anyone has information to please come forward. The numbers to call are 999-911, 457-1211, CID 456-1810, or you can call Chateaubelair Police Station 485-2229. All right. And of course, if you feel comfortable with any particular police officer, you can also relay information to them. All right. So unfortunately, our homicide count has gone up. I was trying to remember how much it's gone up by now. And this is
the one.
Yeah, and this is the thing. When you stop keeping track, it's probably bad at this point. Right? It's probably bad when you can't remember what the number is. And you're not even trying to get to a stage where you just, well, for us, we don't just necessarily want to come on air and have to, read these things out and say that this is what it's gone up to, but we don't know what has happened. It's in the Petit Bordel Mountains. We could only speculate the reasons why.
Yeah.
So we would have to see what happens. In that, if anybody will be brought to justice soon enough with regards to these. But unfortunately, we had a 2 in one day, and it could have been 3. Could have been 3, but it was 2 in one day yesterday. All right.
The fourth one in Petit Bordel now. Well, I should say that makes it 4 people that have been killed in Pito for the year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I think one person was arrested for one. One person was arrested for one. Yeah. All right. So that's where we are in this country. Sadly. All right, so into a bit more positive.
They're not even they're from up this side. I saw Eyewitness News has an article, a more lengthy article about the where they're from. I will actually know one of them.
I'm looking at the Kelon Batiste and thinking that I know him.
Yeah, they're from Lomans.
Yeah. Because
Right.
I keep looking at the picture of Kelon Batiste and
his
saying
family. His family and
is...
my family are friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
all right.
It is what it is, Life is how life is. Once you pick up yourself and decide you're going to choose a particular path in life, you just have to expect certain things with it.
And what makes me wonder is family members who know of other family members involved in certain activities. Do they sort of brace themselves to hear this type of news? Because it goes with the territory.
Not for this case in particular, but generally when you hear things like this, it seems as though the family members are living in denial or something. Because normally things like that happen, and it was the best son, was the most helpful, but never trouble nobody.
But the 2 could actually be correct,
Well, I mean, it's true.
The 2 could actually be correct.
True. But to me, it seems as if they're trying to say, because he was helpful at home or she was helpful at home, they wouldn't be involved. I mean, come on, I had an uncle who was in the news for well, it wasn't murder, it was manslaughter. I was hurt, I was shaken to my core, I cried.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I had to accept it for what it was,
And that is my thing as well too. Once I know that somebody is involved in something, especially illegal, just brace yourself to hear the news, right? Just brace yourself to hear it. But the person really could have been the mother hand and foot because they're bringing in money. They will be able to provide and maybe to assist. So the 2 could actually be correct.
It could be, but when the way they say it is like they want us to disregard the bad thing or just to think that they were such a wonderful person and they did nothing wrong.
What is that for me is if especially if the person already has a criminal record and you're hearing them saying, but he never interfere with nobody, he don't trouble nobody, like, miss, please. Right?
Sometimes parents like to swear for the children. Sometimes the children live in life and they don't even know.
And you can't swear for any of them. You can't swear for any of them. All right. So
Joshua said there's 3 sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth.
Yeah. So, all right. Just to quickly touch on something very quickly. So reading this from One News St. Vincent. Let me just see. It's just something to commendations. So it was it would have been Tuesday. In relatively calm waters and favorable weather conditions, Mr. Boone, who is Dominic Boone, he is the Vice President of People and Talent Acquisition of Cable and Wireless. He's a professional open water swimmer. He swam between Canawan and Union Island, which is 8.5 miles. All right. Now, during the swim, he was guided by a boat race as his personal assistant in case he experienced any difficulty, and he swam an incident-free and surpassed his fundraising target. Jeez. So I don't know. Surpassed his fundraising target. All right. His initial target was US $10,000, but he was able to realize $12,000 through the initiative of the Cable and Wireless Foundation, which will see the funds being used, among other things, to restore and equip computer laboratories at the hurricane-affected schools in the Southern Grenadines. All right. So, Mr. Boone, we just want to say congrats to you. I'm not sure if he has actually done an 8.5 mile swim before in open water. So maybe this was even a personal accomplishment for him. But apart from that, apart from the distance that he swam, it was also the reason behind the initiative. All right. And seeing that he also surpassed his initial target, commendations to him. All right. And as you said, the reason behind it was to restore and equip computer laboratories in those schools affected in the Southern Grenadines. So we just want to say congratulations. And I suppose thank you on behalf of the persons from the Southern Grenadines. All right. Yeah. I'm sure they're going to tell you your own thanks. But yes. Mm-hmm.
Correct. I just want to join in bigging him up again. What a thing to do to swim, at that between those in that channel there. Big up yourself, Mr. Boone.
Yeah, I can't even swim from here today, much less to here further down there, but yeah.
I just swim in my dreams, so I believe I could swim really well.
Oh, you're swimming in your dreams?
I also drive. One time I dreamt that I drove in my dreams and I did so well. I just know I could do it.
I used to have, before I started driving, I used to have dreams of driving. Yeah, I used to have a lot of dreams of driving. So... But I also dream that I'm going to have a house in Beckwith. So my dreams are going to come true, folks.
I want that to come true.
Dreams are going to come true.
Just want somewhere to stay when I go down there.
Yeah. I have a Grenadines home, darling. All right. So time here in SVG is 7:35, and we are going to jump straight into today's traffic talk. All right. So don't you go anywhere.
3,